Go. Go live. Okay,
Hey guys,
live.
good
Hello,
morning to
everybody.
you.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning on this beautiful, beautiful blue sky. I must say, I am in love with the weather at the moment, but I'm inside. So guys,
No.
my name is Paul.
Like everybody, huh?
Yeah. So my name is Paul, and I'm from Ireland, and I'm teaching. Hello, Patrizia from Livorno. Welcome to the lesson. So I'm basically teaching English in my English school in Florence. Jane, if you can you introduce yourself, please? Or maybe
Hello.
not. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can't seem to go into
Lavinia
the.
from Milan.
All right, I'm going to go offline for a second because I want a line connection. I'm going to go.
Yeah, no problem.
Off
okay,
for
guys.
a second. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll see you in a second.
Okay, no worries, guys. Just Jane has been having a bit of technical problems. We'll resolve that in a second. So welcome to the lesson, guys. Today's focus is basically on travel. Okay. Welcome, Lavinia. Welcome. Wow, guys, we're very popular today. We've got many, many viewers. We have Lavinia. We have Alessandro. We have Gisela from Genova. We have Vittoria. We have Elisa. Okay, excellent, guys. So my question to you is about traveling. Okay, so I am going to put a definition out there, the joys, okay? The joys of traveling. Hello, Meta from Rome as well. Welcome to the lesson, okay? We will be joined by Jane very, very quickly, and hopefully she will have the slides, okay? So, guys, the joys of traveling. I absolutely love traveling. I've lived in many, many countries. I've lived in Spain. I've lived in Malta. I've lived in the south of Italy. And now I'm living at the moment in Florence. I've also lived in Brazil. So I've lived in many, many places. So can you guys please help share your experiences about the joys of traveling? Okay. So what is the best place you have traveled to and why? Okay. Can you guys give me an example of the best place you've traveled to and why? Can you give me an example of also, if you can use some words connected with travel as well, that would be great. So we have 10 viewers here, guys. Great, great, great. So, guys, my question is, what is the best place you traveled to and why? If anybody could share that information, that would be great. So, when did you travel? What did you do? And what did you see? Good morning, Antonello from Rome. Okay, nice to meet you. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. Guys, welcome, welcome to the lesson. Okay, so for example, can anyone tell me what is the best place they have traveled to and why? That would be great. And also, what is the best city to visit in Italy? That is another question I have as well. What? Okay, so Elizabeth has shared her experience. Thank you so much. Okay, so Elizabeth, I live in Canada, and this is my best place where I lived. Amazing country, perfect place to live a good life. Okay, so we say it. Okay, so it is the perfect place to have a good life. Okay, that just reminds me the tense that we used for past experiences, of course, is what we call the present perfect. Okay, so the present perfect is basically I don't know if it exists. Okay, exists as the third person. Interesting. Okay, the present perfect, guys, is used as a tense to talk about past experiences. Hello, Jade, and welcome. Thank God.
Oh, I'm going to try to pull up everything. Great.
Yay.
I'm getting there. With me.
Yeah, we've got many.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, we've got many people commenting already. We're very active today. Thank God you're here to help me.
Yes, absolutely. I'm coming.
Help, 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 help. Oh my God, so many comments. Oh wow, so one of the best places, okay, plural, I visited is Abu Dhabi. I appreciated the great work in transforming the desert to gardens. Wow, interesting. So many comments here.
Very
wow.
Interesting.
Thanks, guys. Love it. The best place I've been to was the Maldives because I had the opportunity to know a new, okay, spelling. How do I spell culture, Jane? How do you spell culture?
C-U-L-T-U-R-E. Culture.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jane. Lovely. Good, Jane. Woohoo. Yay. Number one. Okay. Culture.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay.
Culture. Okay. Thanks, guys. So remember, as a comparative phrase, one of the best places. Okay. When we use a comparative phrase, one of, we use it with plural noun. One of the best places, one of the most interesting books I have read. Okay, one of used as one of plus superlative. One of plus superlative. Jane, could you tell us an interesting place to visit in America in terms of traveling?
Oh boy. Well, of course I would say New York City because I am American and I'm from the state of New York.
Okay.
So that would be my okay. Do you see a thing up here?
Yeah, the screen is coming and it's almost there. So you said, Jane,
one
of the best places you okay. Yay. So one of the best places you have visited is New York.
Yes.
Good
well,
job.
that's for cultural things. That's for cultural things. And I think it depends because if you want like to go into to see the parks in the United States, which are beautiful also. Depends if you want a cultural trip or something in the mountains or the countryside.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and read what we're going to be looking at today in this training. Okay, let's go ahead and read. So you want to go ahead, Paul, and read that?
Okay. Yeah, just sorry guys, I know the connection is not the best at the moment. We're working on it, okay? Yeah. If you can hear me, just let me know. All right. So,
can you hear me, everybody?
Okay, so I can hear you, Jane, but sometimes the connection is a bit on and off, but I think I can hear you now. Okay, so in this activity, we are talking about traveling, okay? Language for different types of trips, using past perfect continuous and both idioms. Exciting.
Ooh, both idioms. That's very exciting. Great. Okay, let's go ahead to the next slide to see what here.
Okay, so moving on. Okay.
Oh, great. So let's go ahead
Okay.
and read the first question. Wanderlust. Huh?
Wanderlust.
What is that? What's wanderlust? Paul, what do you think that means?
I think Wanderlust, Jane, is basically a form of traveling or like magic, you know, like I think of Disney, maybe.
All right. Let's see what the exact um, meaning of wanderlust. Meaning of wanderlust. Does anybody else out there know what wanderlust means?
Any idea, guys? If you can describe Wanderlust, that would be fantastic.
Okay, a strong desire to travel. A strong desire to travel. Nice.
Okay.
So, Paul, how often do you travel?
Okay. I often travel when I am not working on a Saturday morning. I try and visit many places. For example, the most recent place I visited is Lucca, which is a city near. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So I
very
went to Lucca.
nice.
I went to Lucca by train 2 weeks ago. So that was really interesting. Okay, and Jane,
Oh,
just to show you a comment by
yes.
Antonello, can you read the comment, please? I remember.
I remember when I was in New York the first time, the most beautiful place I visited was Bryant Park.
Wow.
Nice. Antonello, nicely done. I like that. Huh?
What is Bryant
So,
Park?
what is Bryant Park, Antonello? It's a park in New York City. I haven't been to Bryant Park in years.
Ah,
Huh?
interesting. Okay, Elisa, I travel twice a year in my country and abroad. Brilliant. Excellent, Elisa. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, Alessandro, me too. I travel less than I'd like to. Me too, Alessandro. I don't travel enough. Lavinia. I've got tons of people on here. I travel twice a year too. Most of the time I go to Spain to practice the language. Wow, Lavinia, well done. You speak Spanish too, huh?
Me too, me too.
Do you speak Spanish, Paul?
I do. I am a fluent in Spanish, so I have the official B2, but I need to get the C1 as well. Ah,
Wow. Okay, I love traveling. I
Patricia.
often go to Puglia. Yes, me
Puglia.
too. Once a year, Patricia, I go to Puglia. I love Puglia.
Interesting.
Okay,
And
Valeria goes once a year abroad.
wow, good job,
What is
guys.
what? What does that mean, abroad? What do you think that means, abroad?
Well, at the moment, Jane, we are abroad in America, or sorry, not in America, in Italy.
That's true. Absolutely.
Yeah, so we can meet each other. Ah, okay, yeah, we can.
Yes,
Indeed.
in Puglia. In Puglia. Where in Puglia, Patrizia? Where are you in Puglia?
Yeah, it seems like a beautiful place.
Okay. Yeah. So so you travel within your country or abroad? And Valeria says she likes to travel abroad. But how many of you love to travel in Italy? Because Italy is fantastic place to travel.
I think so. It's like the number one place for sure.
I mean, you could go somewhere every weekend, huh?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Elisabetta, for your definition of abroad outside of the country where we live. Brilliant definition. Well done.
Do you travel for Business or pleasure? Paul, do you travel for business or pleasure?
Pleasure. Just pleasure.
Yeah, we don't. We're teachers. We don't really travel for business. Oh, yeah,
You
we did
do?
once this year. Yeah, we went. No, that's for work. That's
Ah,
not
okay.
really. Yeah, but I mean, traveling to different places around Florence. I go to companies usually,
Ah,
but
okay.
so yeah. Well, our teachers met in Palermo this past
Ah,
December. That was very fun. So what would be your ideal trip, Paul? If you could go anywhere right now, what would be your ideal trip?
and not just for me, guys, for everybody as well. Feel free to tell us your ideal trip.
Yeah.
I'll talk first, and then Jane, you can tell us, and then you guys can certainly share your experiences as well. So ideal means like perfect. Okay, my ideal trip would be to Costa Rica. I think it's
Ooh.
sorry, your reactions are so funny. I would
I'm sorry. That's fantastic. Though. I like that.
no, I
I
love it.
like that.
I love your reactions, Jane. It's supernatural, like, you know. Um,
Cracking
so
you up today, right?
yeah. So yeah, my ideal trip would be to Costa Rica, and I would imagine myself drinking a smoothie on a hammock near the beach. That is my ideal trip. Okay, that is my
Oh
wonderful ideal
dear.
trip. Okay, and what
Oh
about you, Jane?
wow.
Can you please tell our lovely audience about your ideal trip?
Well, okay, so you have to understand, I love the beach. And
me,
right now, I need the beach.
me too.
And so I think my ideal trip would be, I know this is very boring, but probably to Sardinia, to a
Ah,
beautiful
yeah.
beach in the south of Sardinia for 2 weeks on the beach. That would be like my, I'm very boring.
Take me with you, please.
I'm not right. Right. So unbelievable. Not so interesting, but I do love the beach. Do you like the beach, Paul?
Oh, of course. I absolutely love the beach. When I lived in Sicily before, I always
Oh, that's
went.
so cute.
Yeah, I lived in Sicily before. I lived in Palermo. I used to go to the Mondello in April when it was nice, and I visited Taormina and Cefalù is my. I personally recommend. I think maybe our audience knows this place. It's called Cefalù. It's like in a small beach town near Palermo. It's
Yes,
like
yes.
the perfect little town. So that's my recommendation. What about you guys? Can you tell us your favorite beach? We have some other examples here. So Jane, if you don't mind reacting to Alessandro's Marcosi. Oh,
When I travel, I always book holiday home to try to immerse myself in the local life.
immerse myself into, I would say, into.
Okay, so when I travel, I always book a holiday
Hmm.
home. Okay, you can say that, book a holiday home to try to immerse myself
Into, I would say.
into, yeah, the local life, into local life.
Yeah, into.
I think without, yeah, I think
Without
without
no
the
without the.
article. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So very good, Alessandro. Where do you go? Alessandro, you didn't even tell us where you go. Huh? Do you go somewhere in the south? Where do you go? Where's home?
Yeah, tell us. Okay, Elisabetta has a lovely example. My ideal trip: eating, drinking, and rock and roll. Okay.
Ah, it's San Francisco. Yay! I love San Francisco.
Very good.
Fantastic place.
Just Elisabetta, just as a little correction, when the verb is the object of the sentence, just use the gerund. So my ideal trip is eating, drinking, and rock and roll in San Francisco. Okay, so my ideal trip is.
Right. My ideal trip is eating, drinking, and rock and roll in San Francisco. Well done. Okay, I'm still waiting for Alessandro to tell me where he goes. And Elisa, which beach do you like? Elisa. Okay. On to the next slide.
Thank you guys so much for your interaction. It's kind of making the lesson more entertaining. So please keep interacting. We'll correct you as much as we can. Interesting.
Oh, like this one. What's your travel style? Okay, Paul, do you want to read the ones on the left? Yeah?
Yeah, and you can read on the right. Okay, so we have luxury spa, hitchhiking, charter plane, backpacking, and stay with the known. Okay, Jane, can you please tell me the meaning of hitchhiking?
Ooh, you want to see? I gotta show you. This is hitchhiking. Hey, I need a ride. Are you dying?
I can't cope. Like, I was hoping to have a webinar with you, though. I thought I know it's highly entertaining for sure. Hitchhiking.
Hitchhiking, which I do not think people should be hitchhiking. I think there's a lot of crazy people out there, but hey. All right, let me read the ones on the right. Aimless wanderer, overplanner, fly solo, group tours, and eat local fare. So aimless wanderer, what do you think that means, Paul?
Well, that's basically me in my brain. Someone who just travels without thinking. I think someone who just travels spontaneously. Do you think that would be the correct definition, Jane? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, just kind of like making a decision. Okay, today I'm going to go here, and not making a lot of plans, just deciding at the moment, no?
Yeah,
I think that's what it means.
Spontaneous decisions. So, guys.
Making spontaneous. Ooh.
So, guys, tell us, what is your travel style? Are you are you keen on luxury spas, hitchhiking, making spontaneous decisions, being an aimless wanderer? Please tell us. Jane, can you tell us, please, your travel style? And the audience will tell us as well.
Well, I told you before, I'm so lazy.
Oh, come on. Yeah, but
so
okay, in your laziness, would you, I don't know, eat local fares, for example, in Sardinia?
Yes, I eat local fare, and I have to say that I stay with the known. I'm so boring.
Okay, interesting.
In the summer, I go for a week or 10 days, either to Sicily, Sardinia, or Puglia.
Okay.
So it's not,
Okay, interesting. Okay, Patricia, Patricia, just be careful with your structure. I used to go hitchhiking. Okay, using the structure of used to as talking about a past habit that you don't do anymore. So I used to go, okay, just as the correct form. I used to go hitchhiking. Wow.
Okay, nicely done. Yeah. Hitchhiking became very dangerous. In the 70s, it was still okay. Yes. Antonello, nicely, perfect. Okay. Fly solo. What? Fly solo? What does that mean?
I think it's like I think it means like you just travel. You travel by yourself. You go alone. I think
Okay.
like you go
So,
solo
Paul, do you ever fly solo, Paul?
all the time. Every time I move and live to a new country, I go by myself. I think
Oh,
it's
how
the best.
fantastic.
It's
Yeah, I do
tough.
too. I
It's
think
difficult.
it's tough, but it's great.
I think there's a nice
And you
phrase that we can share, Jane, is that the world is our oyster. You know, the world is our oyster.
oh. Okay, so Elisabetta, let's take a look at that sentence. Nice sentence, but there's a couple of things I think we should talk about. My favorite okay, so we all need to talk about travel is a verb, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so my favorite, what is it? My favorite holiday or my favorite vacation is, how would we say that, Paul? My favorite
place to visit? I would say.
She said, Elizabeth, I'll pull it up here. Okay, and it says, my favorite travel is eat local fare. Like in Ireland, I love to go in Galway for eat oysters. So the first part of the sentence, my favorite travel style is
Okay.
eating local fare. No?
Yeah, or me, my favorite thing.
Yes. Go ahead, Paul. Try to make
maybe
sense out of the sentence.
Maybe my favorite style of traveling is eating local fares, or my favorite things to do while traveling. I'm just trying to make sense of the.
Yes, I think that's better. One of my favorite things to do while traveling is eating local fare. Okay.
Yeah, so Elisabetta,
I think that works.
using the adverb while, so we could say, as Jane said, my favorite thing to do, using the thing structure, my favorite thing to do while traveling is. So yes, we use the gerund. Okay, so my favorite thing to do while traveling is going to the beach. Thing.
Ah, yes. Okay, so the second part is, like in Ireland, I love, remember that I is always going to be capitalized, okay? I is capitalized. Love to go in to Galway. To, the preposition is to.
Sorry. So yeah.
And to eat oysters. Okay, so here we have some problems with prepositions.
Yeah. I'm having my own trouble here with my mouse.
It's like the most difficult electronic day.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alessandro, could you write it, please? Sure. So let's go ahead. So what we're supposed to write the last sentence, which was, what did we say? Paul, what did we say we were going to write? It's going to be, wait a second.
Would it not be this? No, my favorite thing to do while traveling is going to the beach as a form of correction, maybe.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, just popped up. Okay. My favorite thing to do, my favorite thing to do while traveling is eating local fare.
Okay, yeah. So just putting in another example, Alessandro, but thank you for asking us to comment. So every trip I've made is always has a charter plane. I don't like leaving and being a wander. Okay. Every trip you do a trip, right? Yes. Every trip I've done Always has. Okay. So just be careful with your structure here, Antonello. So every trip I've done. Okay, so unfortunately Jane has gone off live there again, but she'll be back. Apologies, guys. Wi-Fi on our end is not the best today, but don't worry. Okay, so every trip I've done always has a charter plane. I don't like leaving and wandering aimlessly. Okay, wandering aimlessly. Wandering aimless. Okay, wandering aimlessly. Okay, Jane will be back any second there. Okay, there she is. Hello. Welcome back.
Oy, oy.
Wonderful day, guys, for technology. Thank you so much.
Technology, fabulous.
There she is. There
Hello,
she
can you
is.
hear me?
Okay. No problem, Antonello. I'm glad to correct you. Okay. Guys, just talking briefly about hitchhiking. Would you do it? Hitchhiking. Personally, I would. I would go hitchhiking. I think it's something that we should still try. Take a risk. Well, my modern use of hitchhiking is there's this application called BlaBlaCar, which is basically
Oh yeah, oh, that's great.
yeah. So that's kind of my version of carpooling, and I've used it, and it's quite useful. Would you use
it? Is my daughter? Yeah, my daughter used it. My daughter Kiara uses it.
But do you not think it's a bit dangerous though, as a mother? You don't know who you're getting the car with.
That's true. I guess I just didn't think of it like that. It just sounds like a more convenient way to travel when you have to get somewhere, and cheaper, because if you have to take a train, it's so expensive.
Yeah, trains can be expensive, to be fair. Okay, so BlaBlaCar, guys, is another example of hitchhiking. Do you use that? Have you ever used that form of transport? Let us know. Just to guys tell you up here that the meaning of this phrase is the world is our oyster. It's a nice idiomatic phrase, which means, you know, when you travel solo, which is in my context, when you travel alone, you can basically do whatever you want, you know? So here we are on to boat idioms. So, Jane, do you mind reading, please?
Sure. Okay. Jump ship. Up a creek without a paddle. Whatever floats your boat.
Love that phrase. Love that phrase.
Yes. Ships in the night.
Ships in the night.
In the same boat. And when your ship comes in.
Okay, when your ship comes in. Okay, thank you so much, guys. And OC has also said, I often use BlaBlaCar. Okay, full stop after that. And then we say it is less expensive and it is green too. For sure. It's a way to use, it's good for the environment, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think these mean? Like, to jump ship. What does that mean, to jump ship?
I think it means like to change your plans.
Mm-hmm.
So we say jump ship is basically change. No?
No, I don't think it is. I think jump ship means that you exit something, that you leave something.
Okay, so jump ship.
If you're part of, yeah, I think to jump ship would be, here, let me pull it up here. Meaning jump ship.
Jump ship. Exit, maybe. Change your plans.
All right. So leave the ship on which one is serving without having obtained permission. So it means to leave something without having permission from somebody.
Mm-hmm. Like
Like,
Schettino.
yes.
I don't know what that is.
Yes, but Alessandro, he's the worst. That is the worst example of jump ship. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Done. Thank you. Okay. So you can be working on a project, let's say, and all of a sudden you found out that your leader has, the person that's leading the project has just quit without saying anything to anyone. We could say that person jumped ship.
Well,
Okay.
you guys are having a nice laugh there. I have no idea what shet or ske. Correct my pronunciation, please.
Schettino was or the captain of the big cruise ship that went that hit rocks outside Isola del Giglio,
Okay.
Giglio Island. And
Okay.
he was one of the first people to leave the ship. And as a captain, you're not really allowed to do that. You should be the last person. Hey, but Alessandro, did you hear about the captain that had all of those coronaviruses on the boat, and he was the very last person to leave the boat? Amazing story, just recent actually. So he didn't jump ship, he stayed. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about up a creek without a paddle. What do you think, Paul?
Up a creek without a paddle. Can I just be honest, Jane, and say I don't have a clue? I really don't know. Up a creek without a paddle.
Okay, so maybe this is an American thing. We use it when we talk about situations where you don't have the resources to take care of the situation. If I say I'm up a creek without a paddle, it means I'm in a situation where I don't know how to resolve it because I don't have the resources available to me.
Okay, so Elisabetta even just summed it up in one word, which is trouble. Thank you so much. Okay, trouble. Thank you so much, Elisabetta. Even at the higher levels, guys, trust me, sometimes my grammar brain is not there. So thank you so much.
No, but sometimes even more used in the United States than in England. And so sometimes I have ones where I don't really know what it means. Yeah, it just depends. Up a creek. Let's see what they have to say without a paddle. Meaning of, okay, let's see what they say. It says, in a challenging or troublesome situation, especially one that cannot be easily resolved. So very good, Valeria. Very well done. Okay. So let's talk about the next one. Whatever floats your boat.
I love this one.
Okay, so go ahead. Go ahead with this one.
Whatever interests you. You know, whatever interests you, basically.
Yeah, I agree. Whatever interests you. All right. Ships in the night.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Oh, love. Two ships in the night. I'm gonna pull it up. You're loving this, huh?
Loving every moment with you.
Okay, meaning ships in the night. Ships in the night. Okay, so people who meet for a brief but intense moment and then part.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking, but very passionate and lots of love. So, two ships in the night, people that meet for a brief moment, intense, and then part ways.
Titanic, basically, Rose and Jack, right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the next one. In the same boat.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Yeah, so for example, at the moment, Jane, we are both miserable because we're inside home. We are in the same boat.
Yep. Yes, all of Italy. We're all in the same boat.
Yeah, we are in the same boat. We stay at home. We are in the same boat, which means we stay at home.
Yeah, so same situation. When you find yourself in the same situation as someone else, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, that's basically it. Absolutely, we stay at home.
Okay, when your ship comes in. You want to take the next one? And I'm going to pull it up here.
Go for it, Jane. I believe in you. You can do it. Forza.
When your ship comes in, meaning when...
Yeah, Antonella, that is very correct. We are in the same boat with the coronavirus. Yeah. It doesn't help when it's sunny outside and you just want to go out and run, but...
Oh, dear. All right, that's true. Okay. It's when one's fortune is made. So when your ship comes in, it means that you when you get very lucky.
Ah, cool. When your ship comes in. Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're gambling.
Yeah, or maybe you get the job of a lifetime, or it could be something that helps you in some way, maybe financially.
Our ship will come in once we are free. Is that correct?
Interesting. Yeah, here we've got it's very hard to read on the screen. Can you read that, Paul, or do you want me to pull it up and do it?
I think Jane, to be honest, I don't even think it's necessary to do this slide. I think we've gone through. We could just do something which involves conversation because I don't think we have enough time and it's hard to read. So maybe we move on to the next slide if that's okay with you. And if the guys have any questions,
absolutely,
you guys can ask us.
Okay, so here we have past perfect plans.
Okay, so Jane, can you? Yeah, I was just going to say, can you tell our wonderful audience when do we use the past perfect?
Oh, yes, I can. Past perfect is used when we talk about an action that has happened before another action in the past.
Yeah, I'll just write that down. And it does, yeah. And what is the form of the past perfect, Jane?
Ooh, I think that we use had plus our past participle.
Yeah, subject plus past participle. Very good. Okay, excellent. So, guys, as Jane said, it's basically a past before the past. Okay. If you think of past perfect, it can be used with typical verbs when you're thinking back, like remember, realize, think, verbs that make you think automatically in the past. Example, I remember that she had already.
Already, yes. There's a words already. No?
I think, Jane, you might need to repeat your last sentence just because of the internet was like, it's like the robot Jane is coming out. Can you repeat Can you repeat please?
Well, we use already also with past perfect. It's one of those words that kind of indicates that you might have a past perfect already.
Mm-hmm. Also, we use the past perfect with a typical phrase by the time. So I just put down an example.
That's by the time, yes. Oh, I love that.
Jane, if you can just, well, once it's up. Okay, so Jane, can you read this example, please? I remember.
Oh, I remember that she had already eaten by the time I arrived.
Okay.
Nice.
So the past participle verb is had already eaten, and then by the time past simple I arrived. So that is a typical. And then we had you'd gone to the store before you went home. Yeah.
You had gone to the store before you. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you'd gone to the store. That's correct. Yeah. So before, like, if you're thinking of a timeline, what am I doing? Whoa. Before, but ow. Okay, very good. So before.
Tell me a little bit about the past perfect continuous.
Okay, so the past perfect continuous form is subject plus had plus been plus past participle. And generally speaking, it's an action in progress just before a previous moment.
Well, past participle, no, it's your verb plus ing. So
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. So had plus been plus verb plus ing.
Thank you very much. So we use it, as far as I remember, just before another action, like focusing on the length of time.
Absolutely. It's an action that started in the past and continues to another point in the past. And we use it a lot to talk about a longer action and compared to a short action in the past. So let's try to come up with an example of the past perfect continuous.
I think I may have given an example, Jane. I just wrote one. If I can very quickly put it down. Elizabeth, you could say I had. So it had.
Oh, yes. Before I went home. Perfect. Well done.
So it had been raining for 3 hours before I went home. That's focusing on the length of time. And then before I went home.
Patrizia, well done.
Yeah. Painting. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Long action. Brilliant. Because you didn't finish it. It's still happening. Okay. Antonella with another example. I couldn't take my car because I'd forgotten my keys. I couldn't maybe drive, I would say.
Yes, but that's not going to be, that isn't past perfect continuous. Okay.
Past perfect.
Past perfect. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I just want to make
sure.
It's an
example. Yeah. Just to clarify, we have one example here by Elisabetta, and this might be good to kind of tell the difference between the past perfect and past perfect continuous. So Jane, in your opinion, before we finish, do you think it's better to say I had been watching television before I met you, or I had watched television? What do you think is the correct answer? And this would be the definition.
No, I think it's I had watched television before I met you but is it met you in general or met you during the day? The sentence isn't very clear with what is the meaning. What do they want to say in that sentence?
Maybe this is more clear. I had been walking for 1 hour.
Yeah, that's fine. Because then here we're talking about a duration before I decided to take a rest. That's perfect sentence. Yes.
Yeah, I think
Lavinia, well done.
So guys, I I do apologize for the technology today, but your
Yeah, I'm sorry,
participation,
everybody.
yeah, but your
Thank you
participation was
so much.
absolutely fantastic. I hope we answered as
Thank
many
you.
questions as we could. And just say to thank you very much, and I hope you guys have a great day. Tutto andrà bene. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with us, and thanks again for the patience, because it was crazy with the technology.
We did
All
it.
right.
We made it more
Huh?
entertaining. We made it more entertaining. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. Thank you. Ciao, ciao.
Bye. All right. Is that ended? And
Not yet.
yes.
No, it